Hello everybody and welcome to House Hunted, a short visual novel made in the style of Uncanny Valley about buying a house. So let's see. Scorephone Studios. The game you're about to play contains graphic violence that some may find uncomfortable or disturbing. The creator takes no responsibility for those who may be upset by proceeding. By continuing, you are consenting to the contents therein and agreeing that you are capable and mature enough to enjoy this content responsibly. Alright guys, if you don't like Uncanny Valley, get out of here. But we're here for the horror. What a long bus ride. But I'm glad I'm finally here. You looked around yourself, taking in the surroundings, breathing in the nauseating aroma of bus exhaust and oil. Nothing like the city. Well, there's obviously not much to look at here in the Grey Horse bus station, but I'm sure the rest of the city is beautiful, just like the brochure said. Never trust a brochure. Hopefully the apartment company was honest about having my new place ready for him to move in. Quickly grabbing your modest baggage from the bag claim, you straighten your clothes and walk towards the nearest visitor center. This is a beautiful AI-generated map, I think. There's a cafe nearby. I am starving right now and it'd be a nice pick-me-up. I also kind of wanted to see the city. I could just wander around a little bit. I'm also pretty tired. Maybe I should just head to the apartment. Maybe I should just make up my mind. Oh, I get to pick. Guess we're gonna go eat some food. Yeah, I think if I go any longer without eating something, I'll collapse. Coffee also sounds pretty great right now. You finally make your way to the nearest cafe. It's small and quaint, and you can hear the chatter of random patrons inside. You slowly step into the cafe, taking in the smooth, rich smell of brewing coffee and the sweet scent of baked goods. It makes your stomach growl even louder and prompts you to rush up to the counter to place your order as quickly as you can. After placing your order and snatching up your dinner for the day, you scurry over to the furthest table away from anyone else to scarf them all down. I'm a monster. The coffee is thick and strong and slides down your throat slower than you expect. It's an odd sensation, but strangely not bad. The cake is an equally odd experience. You decided on coffee cake, but the flavor seems to be different with every bite you take, and it makes it hard to get used to eating it. I feel like I'm reading a foodie. There's also strange hard bits throughout it that pop and sizzle like pop rocks, but taste like cinnamon. You're so hungry right now though, you just deal with the weird food and focus on getting it all in your stomach as quickly as possible. Oh wow, I don't like your face. As you're focusing on your food, you don't notice the older looking man sit down at the table in front of you, stare into your souls with his cold, unblinking, ovular shaped eyes. Oh, I didn't notice you. Hello? Can I help you? The strange man just adjusted his burning red blazer and cleared his throat. His movements were so odd and stiff, as if he was made of cardboard. Get back from me, cardboard man. You're new in town, lost and wandering. You need a place to call your own. I have an apartment ready, dickhead. The way he talked surprised you. His voice was so smooth as if he'd given the same speech a million times. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Myson Tallow, #1 realtor in all of the Uncanny Valley. Why would you move to a place called Uncanny Valley? I can help you find your dream home today. He quickly snatched a business card from his breast pocket, only for another identical business card to pop up and to take its place. Beautiful. I like that a lot, actually. He offered it to you, looking like a drug dealer, his hand coming uncomfortably close to your face, making you flinch back a bit before taking it to him. I would never call this man. Whose man's is this? Give me a call and we can get you set up in a new house today. Guaranteed. He's so good at his job, he sells house in one day. Okay, I should tell you. I already have an apartment lined up, so I don't think I'm in a place to be buying a whole house. Also, I'm broke. Oh, he didn't like that. He, that's quite alright. I'm sure you'll be giving a call. I am the #1 realtor in all of the Uncanny Valley, after all. I've never had a disappointed buyer. You'll love the house I found just for you, I said, all with one eye closed. I'll be waiting. Strange realtor walked away before you could get a chance to argue, his long legs carrying him faster than you expected, like Olympic power walks out of this diner. You just shrugged and pocketed the business card. No harm in holding on to it in case something happens with the new apartment. The foreshadowing that our apartment's going to be absolutely destroyed. You quickly finish up your food and beverage, making sure to leave a nice tip on the table before heading out to the apartment. As you approach your new apartment complex, you feel warm in your heart and can't help thinking about how you're finally getting a much-needed change in your life. You take a deep breath in, taking in the cool, clean air of the valley, and step forward to find your apartment number. Ah, there it is. This is so exciting. I've been wanting my own apartment for a while. You go to turn the handle. Huh? The door doesn't budge as you twist the handle. Do you not have a key? You thought you were just going to move into an apartment without a key, without meeting anyone, without going to like the office or anything. Try again. Oh no, my apartment is locked before I moved in. Oh, what the heck? They said the door would be unlocked when I got here. I should give them a call. What? Maybe I don't know. I don't know how apartments work, I guess. Hello, Uncanny Valley apartment hunters. How may we help you? Hello? I'm supposed to move in today, but my apartment is locked. You can hear paper shuffling on the other side of the line, followed by what you can only describe as the roars of an animal you can't place. Ah, yes, you. We had a little issue with your apartment, and it won't be ready until tomorrow. Our apologies? No one told him you were moving in. He's lying to you? Oh no, what am I going to do now? What could the issue possibly be? Maybe you could pry more for a better explanation, but you also don't want to be rude. This guy didn't know you existed. It might as well. What do you mean something happened? I don't really have anywhere else to go. You hear the clicking of what sounds like a typewriter for a few moments and a loud, annoyed sigh. We've been having some issues. You wait for an elaboration, but you're met with a long, awkward silence instead. Yeah, what are the issues? More typing and paper tearing? Is that a blender? Bro, shredding my papers? Your apartment will be ready tomorrow. Do you need anything else? You sigh, defeated, and look around you. There's nothing much to really do in this situation besides look for a hotel. No, that's it. Thank you. Please call me as soon as my apartment is ready. Of course. Good day. Click. With that, they hung up and left you standing in front of the building you should have already been in by now. Shoot, now what? You shove your hands in your pockets absent-mindedly and feel the hard piece of paper crunch against your fist. You pull the paper out of your pocket and suddenly remember Mason. His name is probably Mason, I don't know. Heh, yeah, right. I was lucky to afford this apartment. I can't buy a house right now. It's very true. Still, it wouldn't hurt to call and see what's available. Let's go for the look for a hotel route. You decide it's probably a better idea to go find a reasonably priced hotel than waste your time with realtors. You find yourself in what seems to be the heart of the city, the many buildings and stores almost feeling as if they're closing in around you. Alright, hotel. Downtown areas usually have hotels, right? Lost? Lonely? You didn't call me, you. Oh, wow. Whoa, Myson. Were you following me? Silly Myson. How silly. No, my dear buyer. I'm simply that good. Number one realtor in all of the Uncanny Valley, after all. I'm very sure you remember this, right? You clearly need a place to go, and I have the perfect house just waiting for you to be inside it. Get me in there. Weird. How do you know my name? He just stared at you, clearly refusing to answer. Listen, I'm just looking for a hotel, you know? Hotel? You make sure to really announce the word hotel to him as if he didn't understand. You really wanted to get this seller off your back. Get off my back! A hotel. The tall gentleman seemed to be struggling with processing what you told him. Something was even creepier when he frowned than when he smiled, which was shocking. He had the serial killer smile of a beast. Oh, my dear, poor buyer. You are so confused and lost, I see. He was not listening. Bro lives in his own world. Listen, just come with me, take a look around this lovely 3-bedroom home with me. If you don't absolutely fall in love with it, I will personally pay for your hotel stay while I search for a house that suits you. Oh, suits your specific needs. You didn't like how his last sentence was almost a purr. Is man a cat? But if he was being honest about paying for a hotel, what did you have to lose? You could just humor him for an hour and tell him no when he's done with his little speech. Sigh. Alright, Mason. You wore me down. I'll come look at this house you found for me. I don't know why I laughed when I said sigh. Perfect. I can assure you, you will love this 2-garage domicile that is just starving to meet you. 2 garages? You were about to question his choice of words when you were abruptly cut off from the sensation of a long, bony hand wrapping around your forearm, almost dragging you along with him as he headed towards God knows where. Maybe you made a mistake. That is definitely a mistake. It felt like you had been walking for an hour in awkward silence, struggling to keep up with the strange realtor's long and fast strides, when he finally stopped abruptly, forcing you to bump roughly into his back. He didn't budge at all from the force of your weight against his back. You jumped back, trying to hide the red of your cheeks from your embarrassment. Sorry. You looked over at the huge house before you, the for sale sign glaringly obvious on the curb. This is the house? Oh, do you see something you like after all? I'm not surprised. This house is in very good condition. Man, if I can't afford an apartment, how am I going to afford a 2-garage, 3-bedroom house? You don't think I can seriously afford this place, right? This place is huge. Hee, quite the flatterer, I see. That is not a compliment. I assure you, the price is very reasonable, and I'm willing to haggle greatly. The seller is simply looking to sell fast. I don't think realtors are the people who are allowed to haggle the price. I think that has to be done by, you give the realtor an offer, and then the seller says yes or no, not the realtor. Realtor's like, I accidentally sold your house for a nickel. I lost a bet. Good luck. You look back at the house. Something had to be up with this. It was sounding more and more fishy the more this realtor talked it up. Okay, what's the catch then? Catch? Yeah, come on, man. Why is the seller trying to get rid of this beautiful house? Did someone die in it or something? Of course not. His boss worried you greatly, but you were pretty sure you read somewhere that realtors had to disclose that information to you or something, right? I don't know. Simply come inside and take a look around. No strings attached. You'll love it when you see the insides. You won't be able to walk away from a deal like this, dear buyer. Something definitely felt wrong about all of this, but you were already here. You know what? We might as well. Alright, let's go check it out then. Don't get your hopes up though, Mr. Tallow. Was that his last name? I forgot. Oh, I have no doubts that you'll be instantly attached when you see it. He roughly grabs your arm again, his sharp fingertips digging in roughly as you follow him up the concrete walkway to the bright red door. How long have you been searching for a buyer for this place? You decide to ask to lighten the mood up a little. You notice Myson is staring intently ahead to the door, his eyes looking almost hungry as he ushers you through the door and into the living room. Oh, this place is pretty nice. You look around at the stand-in furniture and run your fingers along the couch. Feeling the couch? It's warm? In fact, the whole place feels really uncomfortably warm and humid. Are there mold growing everywhere then? Hey, do you think we could turn on the AC or something? It's a bit hot in here. It's a little hard to focus. Do you absolutely love this house? Not really. It's a little early for that. I haven't seen any of the other rooms. He didn't like that. I don't feel very good. Can I sit down? Oh, by all means, make yourself comfortable, dear buyer. You stumble ahead, the room spinning around you. You grab onto the couch to steady yourself and see the walls melting around you. Am I in an oven? Has this man put me in the oven? What? What the hell? Oh, what's the matter, dear buyer? Are my guts alarming? Please don't fret. I promise it'll be quick enough. My enzymes will be sure to knock you out before the digestion processes become too unbearable. So we're inside of this man's stomach. He is the house. What are you? He's the house. He has painted nails. You try to steady yourself, but Myson grabs you roughly by the throat and throws you down, pressing you hard against the floor. Oh no, I'm not into that. The floor! It's here. You try in vain to keep yourself propped up, your eyes growing heavier and your nostrils filling up with the sickly sweet smell engulfing the room. Just relax, dear buyer. You're going to make my value skyrocket. Help, my soul's being absorbed into a house. He was pressing his body against you hard, making sure your face was against the floor. It was warm and kind of soft. You started letting your eyes slowly close as the tiredness and the sickly smell lulled you to sleep. Maybe this wasn't so bad, you thought. You were so tired and just didn't want to fight anymore. Yes, being part of a house isn't so bad. His value will skyrocket. You could feel a stinging sensation against your exposed skin, burning you slowly, but you didn't have the energy to fight Myson or the house anymore. Or maybe you should say Myson the house. You finally let your eyelids drop, breathing in slowly and deep for the last time as the house slowly digested you. We are dead. You died. Housewarming. Nice. Alright, tall man. I didn't want to be here anyway. You can't just shake your nervous feeling and decide it'd be better to get out of here. Make like a tree and leave. Make like a tree and get out of here. You're sure he'll understand. You weren't planning to buy it anyway. Listen, Mr. Tallow. I think I'm gonna have to drop out of the walkthrough. I don't want to lead you on to a sale after all. I'm sure you'll find someone who will love this place. He didn't like that. He really didn't like that. Yeah. So I'm going to go now. I'm so sorry for wasting your time. I'll hold on to your card, so I will for sure call you when I'm ready to buy. I appreciate your time. Myson just stared at you for a few moments before walking backwards towards the house, stepping carefully down the concrete path and through the door, his head peeking out for a few moments to sadly plead to you before disappearing. You could have sworn you heard a low rumbling growl emitting from the house before you left. It felt like hours before you finally made your way back into the city. You were so tired, you had to find a hotel as soon as possible. You jumped at the sound of your phone ringing suddenly in your pocket and quickly answered it, fumbling with the touchscreen. Hello? You? Ah, yes, that's me. How can I help you? Ah, yes. We solved that little issue we were having, so if you'd like to go ahead and go to the apartment, it's all ready for you. I like that, our name is just you. Oh my gosh, really? That's great news, thank you. I'll head right there. We look forward to your business, and remember, Uncanny Valley Apartment Company is dedicated to finding the perfect home for you. Our realtor-free guarantee since 1992. Click. Perfect. You didn't have the time to think about their odd tagline. You were just happy you could finally go home and rest your weary head and lay off your poor sore feet. You were just excited to get home. You rushed through the streets of the city. You couldn't wait to just get to sleep. It's been one long day. You lived, doe-eyed. Alright, this time we will wander aimlessly. I think it'd be fun to get the lay of the land today. Just a little walk around the area to see what's around and all. After wandering for a good hour, you find yourself at what looks to be a business district. You're shocked to see such tall skyscrapers in such a small city. You find a comfortable bench to rest and drink some water, watching the businessmen scurrying past you on the sidewalk. They all look pretty similar to one another. You notice one of them looks more out of place than the others. Instead of the hyper-focused gaze that marks the others' faces, he looks sad? You wonder about him for a moment. Hey look, it's him again. When suddenly a very tall, older gentleman stands directly in front of you, towering over you and staring directly into your eyes. Hello? Can I help you, sir? He stares a moment longer before adjusting his bright red blazer, brushing his hair back only for half of it to fall right back down onto his face. Perfect. You're new in town, lost and wandering. You need a place to call your own. The way he talked surprised you. His voice was so smooth, as if he'd given the same speech a million times. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Myson Tallow, #1 realtor in all of Uncanny Valley. I can help you find your dream home today. So I think this part is the same. Alright, so the interaction with him was the same. You decide to sit on the bench for a little while longer. You notice that businessman you were contemplating is now gone. You sigh and push yourself off the bench and make your way to your new home. As you approach your new apartment complex, you feel warm in your heart and can't help thinking about how you're finally going to get much needed change in your life. You take a deep breath in, taking in the cool, clean air of the valley, and step forward to find your new apartment number. Okay. This is the same. You sigh, but ultimately decide it's better to just be patient. You don't know what the company might be going through right now. Thank you. Please give me a call when my apartment is ready. Yes, of course. Have a good day, you. With that, they hung up and left you standing in front of the building you should have already been in by now. Shoot, now what? You shove your hands in your pockets absent-mindedly and feel the hard piece of paper crunch against your fist. You pull the paper out of your pocket and suddenly remember Myson. Heh, yeah right, I was looking for his apartment. I can't buy a house right now. Alright, so this time I guess we're gonna call him. Yeah, I don't see the harm in blowing some time looking at pretty houses I'll never afford. At least it's something to do. It's true. ... No answer. So much for being the #1 realtor in Uncanny Valley. I didn't expect him to not answer. Oh! Hello, and thank you for your call. Are you ready to see your dream house today? But were you just waiting here for me to call you? How ridiculous. He is 100% stalking me. I'm simply the best in the city, always waiting for a prospective buyer's call. I am always ready to show you your brand new life. This guy was starting to worry you greatly, but he was already here. It'd be rude to ask him to leave. No, it would not. I'm gonna change my mind. Actually, I think I might just go look for a hotel. I'm really sorry to make you come all the way out here. I'm just not interested in buying a whole house yet. He stared at you for several uncomfortable moments, the sickly grin seeming more full of malice than it previously did. Finally, he brought his hands from behind his back, straightening up his coat even more and adjusting his little house-shaped label pin. Label pin? I will be waiting for your call, my dear buyer. And with that, he turned and walked away briskly. It felt relieving to see him finally leave. Now you can finally get back to figuring out what you should do next. You finally arrive in the heart of the city, the sounds of the city ringing in your ears and enveloping you. You're thankful the Uncanny Valley isn't a huge city and it has a warm, quaint feeling to it. You begin to search the many building signs for a hotel. What a beautiful hotel. Finally you find one, sticking out like a beautiful white beacon. You rush in quickly and ring the little bell for service and check in. You finally find your room, tears filling your eyes upon seeing the big, soft bed nestled in the corner of the room. You quickly shed your shoes and jump on top of it with your entire body, letting yourself slowly sink into the plush mattress. I'm so tired. I can't wait to sleep in my own home. But right now, this is the best feeling I've ever felt. You slowly let yourself drift off, your body feeling as if it's being enveloped by a warm marshmallow. You think about where your life is going and smile to yourself knowing that you made it. You have an apartment waiting. You moved all by yourself and the gas station approved your application. Nice. You lived, checked in. Alright, let's see if it's any different if we accept him here. No answer. So much for being the #1 realtor in Uncanny Valley. Hello, and thank you for your call. Are you ready to see your dream house today? What, were you just waiting here for me to call you? Yes, sir. Alright, let's go with him this time. Yeah, I mean, there's no harm in going with him. He's just trying to do his job, right? He may be a bit pushy, but realtors are always like that. Don't lump them together like that. Alright, Myson, let's go look at this house. Oh, I knew you would choose the right answer, dear buyer. Let us go right there then. The house is simply dying to meet you. You can tell this man is not human. Same as Myson. Before you could properly ask him why he phrased it so oddly, you felt him roughly grab you by the upper arm, dragging you along with him down the street. Normal realtors don't drag people down the street. It felt like you'd been walking for an hour in the awkward silence, struggling to keep up with the strange realtor's long, fast strides, when he finally stopped abruptly, forcing you to bump roughly into his back. He didn't budge at all from the force of your weight against his back. You jumped back, trying to hide the red of your cheeks from your embarrassment. Ah, sorry. You looked over at the huge house before you, the for sale sign glaringly obvious on the curb. This is the house? Oh, do you see something you like after all? I'm not surprised. This house is in very good condition. You don't think I can seriously afford this place, right? This place is huge. Hee, quite the flatterer, I see. You're huge, Myson. You're huge. I assure you the price is very reasonable, and I'm willing to haggle greatly. The seller is simply looking to sell fast. You look back at the house. Something had to be up with this. It was sounding more and more fishy the more the realtor talked it up. Okay, what's the catch then? Catch? Yeah, come on, man. Why is the seller trying to get rid of this beautiful house? Did someone die in it or something? Of course not. His pause worried you greatly, but you were pretty sure you have what you read that's... Whatever, I've already seen this part. Alright, let's go check it out then. Don't get your hopes up though, Mr. Tallow. Oh, I have no doubts that you'll be instantly attached when you see it. Or digested, or dead. He roughly grabs your arm again, his sharp fingertips digging in roughly as you follow him up the concrete walkway to the bright red door. How long have you been searching for a buyer for this place? You decide to ask to lighten the mood up a little. You notice Myson staring intently ahead to the door, his eyes looking almost hungry as he ushers you through the door and into the living room. Oh, this place is pretty nice. You look around at the stand-in furniture and run your fingers along the couch. Oh, it's warm? In fact, the whole place feels really uncomfortably warm and humid. Hey, do you think we could turn on the AC or something? It's a bit hot in here. It's a little hard to focus. Do you absolutely love this house? It's a little early for that. I haven't seen any of the other rooms. Oh yeah, dude, I love it. I love your house. Oh, I don't feel very good. Can I sit down? Oh, by all means. Make yourself comfortable, dear buyer. You shakily stumble over to the couch, your hands helplessly grasping at the warm leather. You gasp, surprised as Myson grabs you by the shoulders, guiding you to the middle of the couch and helping you sit down. You try to steady yourself, rubbing your head in an attempt to stop the sickening vertigo. Can we maybe crack a window or something? It's getting really hot. I don't know what's wrong with me. You know something that's a terrible shame, dear buyer? You glance up at the room still wobbling around you, making it more and more difficult to stay upright. What? I was beginning to enjoy your company. It's not often I find such a responsive buyer, and it does become awfully benign simply eating everyone who comes over. Your eyes have difficulty processing the melting walls around you, becoming more and more organic and even meaty in texture, and you start to notice a strange, sickly sweet smell that you hadn't noticed a moment ago. Breathing it in makes you feel even more dizzy, and you slowly slump down on the warm, fleshy light couch. Eat? Ah, yes, you're new in town. This must be very confusing for you, correct? That's all right, you don't need to talk. I will simply explain the situation. After all, I am Uncanny Valley's #1 realtor, and I've been doing this for a very long time. Though it's been decades since I found someone so receptive, and the other folks here in the valley hate explaining anything. A very lucky chance you met me first. You could feel Myson crawl over you onto the couch, his hands placed carefully next to your head as he leaned in close to speak in your ear. He felt extremely warm to the touch as his skin brushed against yours. You see, dear buyer, being the #1 realtor comes with its responsibilities. I'm not like the other realtors you see. I take great care in what I do, unlike those who simply want a quick snack. It's become so hard here in the valley to find buyers. The other realtors have taken to simply snatching and running. Quite barbaric, wouldn't you agree? I mean, that's what I would expect anyone to do if all they had to do was throw you into a room and watch you become one with the floor. Myson gently cupped your cheeks as he spoke. You were shocked as he was being so kind. Yes, so kind as to eat you in his house stomach. You could feel him nodding your head for you in agreement to what he was saying. No, no, my value is much higher. I only find the finest buyers to incorporate into something much greater than themselves. I can't just have any tenants to eat, now can I? I have my standards and I will not stoop to such low behaviors. You weakly nod your head yourself with his help, not entirely comprehending what he was saying or talking about, his words sounding further and further away as your body grew heavier, and it felt as if you were skinking into the meat of the couch. Just like, I'm dying. He's just like nodding my head to everything he's saying while he's fucking monologuing over my corpse. I just knew you'd understand. I suppose since we're getting ever so close now, I could drop my own facade. It does get tiring controlling this, albeit quite handsome, cumbersome little lure. Wow, so handsome. You watched as Myson's eyes grew dimmer and his body fell limp, still being held up by something, but his limbs no longer retaining their rigidity. He has become lifeless spaghetti man. Quite impressive, isn't it? With such an attractive lure, it's become quite easy to bring in such tasty, prospective buyers the old-fashioned way. I suppose it's just my luck to be so gorgeous naturally. It's clearly no wonder how I became the #1 realtor, right, dearest buyer? What the? You blearily watched as Myson was yanked backwards and up towards a fleshy lamp on the ceiling. You noticed the umbilical cord rope protruding from his neck as he hung there limply. You wanted to scream, cry, or anything, but your body was totally paralyzed at this point, and all you could feel was the growing burning sensation as something hot slowly seeped through your clothes and onto your skin. I truly wish I could make the digestion process slower than this. I truly do, dearest buyer. I would greatly enjoy some stimulating conversation. Alas, this is how it simply is and always has been, and I have not eaten in quite some time. Perhaps in another world, another time, we could have spent more time in each other's company. I'm sure you understand that one must eat though, and I am truly grateful to you, dear buyer. Myson's voice was no longer coming from his limp, lifeless body, but instead sounded as if it was coming from the very walls around you. You could hear him sigh wistfully, and the walls looked as if they were breathing along with it. I will always think of you long after you've become part of me. You finally allowed your heavy eyelids to close as you sunk deeper against the warm couch. You could feel the meaty fabric of the couch moving to cover you up like a soft blanket, almost tucking you in as you let yourself slip into a sleep you'd never wake from again. That's dark. You died. Offer accepted. Yes, sir. Alright, guys, so that was House Hunted. I'm sure you guys could probably tell, but I guess I'm not fully over whatever I have, because my voice started dying after narrating for a while. So, sorry about that. I liked that game. A little short visual novel. It did take me a while to find the fourth ending. I did not expect what you chose to change whatever was going to happen in the house. So I was looking for like a third way to survive. I think the idea of like this whole town is just full of these house monsters, and they're all kind of fighting to get whatever human moves there into them as fast as possible. Like, you can tell the apartment was also a monster because of the growling noise that came from the apartment guy's house. So I think that the character probably died either way. But yeah, if you guys want to go through and look at this game for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description. The gallery was just the pictures. Oh wow, look at that. His nice fun hang time. And I guess this was us. But anyways, if you guys liked the video, please drop a like, drop a subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Also, this is my first time playing through a visual novel on the channel. Let me know how I did, and I will see you in the next video.